Hey guys, today I wanted to talk about something that I learned after maybe 3 years of doing makeup professionally, and that is how to pare down your kit. You know, when you first start out, when I first started out, I found that I needed to be prepared, and so I would bring everything and anything I possibly had in my whole makeup collection with me to, on set or to a bride, and I ended up realizing just recently, I would say, probably in the last year, that I really don't use half of the stuff that I had in my kit because really you tend to, have your favorites. And, like if you watched my previous video, you know that I have my favorites and those are the things that I tend to reach for the most. It's always nice to have variety, but you kind of learn to make things work. So today I'm going to be talking about eyeshadows. I have many palettes of eyeshadows, and I have had a point where I carried maybe 5 or 6 at a time. And I had, if you followed my blog, you know I ordered this soft-sided makeup case that kind of looks like a suitcase from Yasmo.com, and I like it. It's great. It's just really heavy because of, it's massive. It looks like a suitcase, and it actually you end up putting more in there than you need. So today I wanted to show you guys some of the eyeshadows that I use and take with me on almost any gig. It's really only two palettes that I have, and this one here is the one I showed you in my last video. It's my neutrals palette. These are all MAC shadows. Now, I'm not going to say that I am a MAC, I'm addicted to MAC or anything like that. I really just enjoy their shadows a lot. I really like their variety and their pigmentation, but really I have tried a lot of other brands that are good. So it doesn't really matter what brand you have. What I'm trying to say is that you really just need basics, and then I'll show you my other palette, which has more of the brighter colors. So this is everything from golds and bronze here to my mattes. You definitely want to mix mattes and shimmers in your kit at all times. I really, at least a few different mattes for sure. This one is Omega. I use it for eyebrows, for blondes and light brunettes. Then you have, the mid-range like Woodwinked and my favorite Naked Lunch right here. That one is an amazing color. And then I have my highlights here. So you have Shroom. This is yogurt. No, this is vanilla, nylon, and Shroom. Those are probably the ones that I use the most, along with vanilla pigment. I use that a lot. And then this here is my Z palette. At first when I bought the Z palette, I won't lie, I didn't love it because I found that it didn't close properly when I had my depotted shadows in here. But I've somehow managed to make it work, and now I actually really like it. So I'll just show you what's in here. You see my broken shadow here. But yeah, you can see I have the colors that I tend to use the most on my brides. This is mostly for bridal, but you have your purple hues down here, some blues, some neutrals, and this is Night Divine. I love that color. Yeah. And I have a few greens, different colors. This is really all I need. And actually, I shouldn't really say that. I do use pigments a lot. So if I don't have anything that's in these two palettes, I tend to use pigments. So for highlight and inner corner, I use vanilla a lot. I recommend that for anyone because, makeup artists or not, I just think it's a gorgeous color. I'll probably be wearing it at my wedding. And then I also have this pigment stack here. This one is from Faces. And it's called the Wild pigment stack. And now this is old. Like, I don't know if you can still buy it. I'm sure you can. There is not that many Faces booths available anymore, but I think you can still buy it online. These, I really use the blue and the green quite often for a lot of my Indian brides. This is very pigmented, and you know, other than that, I have some MAC pigments that I've sort of taken out of the bigger ones and put them in these little 5-gram jars just to save space. You know, there's platinum there. I get a lot of my sample size MAC stuff from a website called The Body Needs, I think. I'll put a link to it in the bottom, but I have written about it on my blog several times. They really, you know, I think it's like it ranges between $1 and $3 for a pigment sample, but you get a lot. Like this one here, I mean, you can see that it comes with a sifter, but you really won't ever use that much. And if you find a color that you really like and that you use very often, like vanilla, you can get 1 or 2 samples, you know, and I happen to buy the bigger vanilla, the regular size, because I use it that much and I love it. But yeah, so that's in terms of shadows and stuff for the eyes, that's pretty much what I go with most of the times. And these little guys don't take up a lot of space in your kit. They really don't. So they're great to have on hand. And definitely work on paring down your shadows, because you will find a way to make the ones you have work. That's what I've learned. Thank you.